I'm going to tell you about the first house we owned. Uh, First, a little background. When Mother and Dad were married, they moved into a small apartment at number 12 Sheffield Avenue in Aliquippa. It was an apartment above a furniture store. They lived there for several years. The business deal that Dad had in mind just did not work out. So he moved away, uh, first to a small town, actually a village of 11 houses, where he was owner of the general store, postmaster, and so on. They moved about 20 miles away to Ford City, where he had a variety store and made good friends, but he could tell they weren't making enough money to live the way they wanted to. So they moved back to Aliquippa, and Dad there went into the shoe business, and we lived in an apartment on the main street, Franklin Avenue. It was 395 Franklin Avenue. After a few years, the family moved to Sheffield Avenue, but at the other end of Sheffield Avenue from where they had lived in when they were first married. The house was 1107 Sheffield Avenue. As I recall, it had 3 bedrooms, had an attic, cellar, so on. It was nice. Several years passed when Dad got a phone call from Johnny Nash at the Woodlawn Trust Company. Johnny said, "Mr. Jackson, I know you've been looking for a house to buy, and I have one I think you might be interested in." He said, "It's at 1111 Sheffield Avenue." Dad said, "We're living at 1107 Sheffield Avenue now." Mr. Nash said, "Well, then you know what kind of house it is. Good construction. It's a good place to live. The neighborhood is good." So Dad said, "Who owns the house now?" So Mr. Nash said, "It was owned originally by Johnny Rocco. Rocco couldn't make the payments, so the bank possessed the house, and it's up for sale. And if you want to buy it, you can have it just for the payments you have to make." Dad said, "I'll think about it." So he walked away, went back to the store, thinking, "I don't feel comfortable buying the house and taking advantage of Rocco. I know Rocco, he's a customer in the house, in the store. He's a nice guy. I think I better talk to him." So he went to Rocco. He said, "Rocco, I have a chance to buy your house. I hate to take advantage of you when you just can't make the payments." Rocco said, "Mr. Jackson, you're a good man. You can buy the house. Don't worry. We're still friends." And that's the story of how Dad bought the first house we owned and his reaction to the circumstances about how the owner was in trouble.